Year 2021. Platin Casino, a UK-based online casino company, posted a rather intriguing job listing. They were looking for an information analyst to take on the following task. Over a span of 2 months, the selected person would have to watch the animated series The Simpsons and take notes on events that might become reality in the future, then report back to the company's prediction team. The person taking on the role would receive a salary of $6,800 and enjoy free donuts every day. At first, people thought this was just an entertaining job post, but upon closer inspection, it became clear that they were quite serious. And then people were startled to realize that a seemingly simple cartoon like The Simpsons had accurately predicted numerous major world-changing events for a long time. It's no surprise that a casino company would want to foresee the future, from American presidential elections to wars and pandemics. It's as if the show is broadcasting glimpses of the world's future years ahead. But why does this phenomenon exist? Are The Simpsons' yearly accurate predictions merely coincidences, or is there a deeper conspiracy behind them? Today, we will decode the truth about The Simpsons, the animated series that predicts the future. In the U.S., The Simpsons is considered a pop culture icon with a significant influence. First aired in 1989 and created by the renowned American cartoonist and animator Matt Groening, The Simpsons is regarded as one of the longest-running animated series. Even after 36 years, the show remains popular, as evidenced by its 36 Emmy Awards in television broadcasting. The story revolves around a 5-member family sharing the last name Simpson, just as the title suggests. The father Homer, the mother Marge, the eldest son Bart, the middle child Lisa, and the youngest daughter Maggie. The entire family resides in a small town called Springfield. The show humorously portrays the daily life of a working-class American family while satirizing real societal issues. Some critics even refer to The Simpsons as an encyclopedia of American society. In such a deeply American show, there's a lot to learn. American culture, sports, and fashion are all distinctly depicted. However, what stands out most about The Simpsons isn't any of these values. It's the eerie accuracy of its predictions about the future. For a long-running animated series, predicting a few minor events might not seem too surprising. But accurately predicting major events, ones that shift global power dynamics and impact multiple industries, is an entirely different matter. So, what exactly has The Simpsons predicted? Take a look at this image. This scene is from an episode of The Simpsons aired in 1998. The setting takes place at the headquarters of 20th Century Fox. But beneath the sign in front of the building, there's a line that reads, "A division of Walt Disney Co." You have to understand that in 1998, 20th Century Fox was a dominant force in Hollywood's film industry. No one could have imagined that this media giant would one day sell itself to another company. Yet, 19 years later, Disney actually acquired the company. On October 14, 2017, Disney made the acquisition offer, and after extensive negotiations, the deal was finalized for a staggering $71.3 billion. Thanks to this successful acquisition, Disney gained ownership of Fox's iconic film and television franchises. Some notable names include Deadpool, the X-Men universe, and even the renowned Avatar franchise. Additionally, hit TV series like The X-Files and Empire also came under Disney's control. Now, in Hollywood, Disney wields an immeasurable amount of power. They have the ultimate authority to influence and shape the industry's landscape as they see fit. This deal redefined the global film industry and became a historic milestone in Hollywood's legacy. Predicting the corporate takeover of a multi-billion-dollar media empire is certainly no ordinary feat. And yet, The Simpsons managed to do just that. But this is just the beginning. The show continued to astonish many by accurately predicting global wars and pandemics. In this special episode aired during Christmas 2020, The Simpsons depicted a bleak future. On November 1st, 2020, Election Day in Springfield, Homer Simpson overslept and missed the vote. As a result, Springfield turned into a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Then, 4 horsemen appeared in the sky, reminiscent of the Book of Revelation. Their banners read Pestilence, Famine, War, and Treehouse of Horror 31st. Interestingly, the episode's title replaced the traditional death with Treehouse of Horror 31st. Evaluating the accuracy of this prediction is difficult due to its broad scope. Wars, famine, and disease have always existed throughout history. However, a war with significant global impact is a different matter. 2 years after the episode aired, a devastating war erupted in Europe, shocking the world. This war led to soaring raw material and food prices, worsening famine in vulnerable regions. It gives reason to believe that Treehouse of Horror 31st accurately predicted a global conflict. The Simpsons' predictions aren't just vague guesses. They often name specific individuals and events. You might find it hard to believe, but the show predicted a Nobel Prize winner 6 years in advance. In episode 1 of season 22, aired in 2010, The Simpsons watched the Nobel Prize ceremony. Bart's friends were also present. In a betting sheet held by Martin, the class leader, Bart's best friend, Milhouse, predicted the winner would be economist Bengt Robert Holmstrom. However, in the episode, the final winner announced was Jagdish Bhagwati. This might have gone unnoticed if not for the real Nobel Prize announcement in 2016. On October 10, 2016, the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics to Oliver Hart and Bengt Holmstrom. Holmstrom, who appeared in The Simpsons episode 6 years earlier. The research that earned them the prize focused on contract theory. While it may not sound exciting, this study is crucial for understanding modern economics. Contract theory examines balancing the interests of parties involved in agreements, ensuring fair financial distribution. It addresses the trade-off between risk and incentives. Essentially, it provides tools to evaluate contracts, determining whether individuals, governments, and businesses are making fair deals. Clearly, the Nobel Prize carries significant global influence. So, was The Simpsons predicting the 2016 Nobel Prize winner back in 2010 just a coincidence? Continuing with The Simpsons' chilling predictions. You've likely heard about how the show predicted Donald Trump's presidency in 2016. In the episode Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson becomes the new U.S. president, eerily resembling Hillary Clinton. Lisa, in the episode, delivers a striking line. As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. Some fans were astonished by scenes resembling Trump's 2016 campaign escalator ride and his interactions with world leaders. However, many of these widely shared images are fan-made and hold no real predictive value. The detail about President Trump's election truly only appeared indirectly, as we just mentioned. The idea of a billionaire becoming president seemed utterly insane back in the year 2000. Moreover, the position of the White House leader determines the fate of history, not just for the U.S., but for the entire world. It's hard to believe that anyone could call this mere coincidence. The world seems to unfold exactly as The Simpsons scripted it. And if you're still not convinced by the examples we've analyzed so far, then your perspective will likely change after learning that this show discovered a cosmic secret before actual scientists did. In an episode aired in 1998, Homer Simpson portrayed an inventor and wrote a complex mathematical equation on a blackboard. To be honest, I couldn't comprehend what he was writing either. However, years later, people were shocked to realize that this equation closely resembled the formula predicting the existence of the Higgs boson, also known as the God particle. Discovered in 2012, decades after its theoretical proposal, this breakthrough reshaped our understanding of matter and changed the future of science. To grasp this better, we need to understand what the Higgs boson is, how it was discovered, and its impact on physics and humanity. The God particle is a fundamental particle that interacts with the Higgs field, granting mass to other particles. The Higgs field permeates the entire universe, acting as an invisible viscous medium. Different particles experience varying resistance in this field, thereby acquiring different masses. Without the Higgs field, particles would have no mass, making atoms, molecules, and matter impossible. Thus, the Higgs boson is called the God particle because it fundamentally shapes the universe. The Higgs boson was theoretically proposed in 1964 by Peter Higgs and several other physicists. It was extremely difficult to observe because it required immense energy to produce and decayed rapidly into other particles. Physicists spent decades searching for traces of it. Then in 2012, using the Large Hadron Collider built by CERN, they observed a new particle with properties matching the Higgs boson. On March 14, 2013, CERN officially announced the discovery of the Higgs boson, confirming the existence of the Higgs field. Beyond its profound implications for physics, this discovery has significant societal implications. To achieve this milestone, humans developed advanced instruments such as the Large Hadron Collider, including particle detectors, supercomputers, and networked systems. These tools aren't just used in fundamental research, but also in medicine, engineering, and education. And as you can see, all these incredible achievements were eerily foreshadowed years prior by The Simpsons. Beyond the examples we've covered, you can easily find countless other chillingly accurate predictions made by the show. And of course, everyone wants to know why The Simpsons has been able to predict so many events so precisely. Let's listen to what those behind the show have to say. Regarding the show's eerily accurate predictions, the producers revealed that their team includes experts in geography, physics, and chemistry. Each time they craft an episode, they thoroughly discuss potential future global events and incorporate them into the storyline. Al Jean, the show's writer since 1998, had this to say about The Simpsons' supposed predictions. The future isn't as hard to predict as you might think. Each episode of The Simpsons is produced a year before it airs. Therefore, to predict future events, we only need to think 1 year ahead of everyone else. Regarding Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox, Al Jean did not provide much explanation. He simply stated that the prediction was the natural result of forward thinking and logical reasoning. As for the episode involving the God particle, the answer lies with this man. His name is David X. Cohen, a member of the production team for that episode. Cohen graduated from Harvard University with a degree in physics. This suggests that the episode was written by someone with a strong background in mathematics and physics. The equation that Homer Simpson presented had a scientific basis rather than being a random string of numbers. Although David X. Cohen's equation was not entirely accurate, it was considered a reasonable approximation at the time. Years later, when people saw how closely the equation resembled the real Higgs boson formula, speculation about the show resurfaced. Regarding the prediction of Donald Trump becoming President of the United States, there have also been explanations from those involved in the show. That prediction was entirely intended as a joke. It's important to note that before becoming president, Donald Trump was primarily known as a television star. 17 years ago, the idea of Trump becoming president seemed unimaginable. It was the creativity of the Simpsons writers in 2000, choosing to depict a billionaire with little political potential as president that resulted in one of the show's most legendary, fulfilled prophecies. Although the show's creators have provided explanations, some still believe in conspiracy theories, arguing that the show is influenced by a shadowy force secretly manipulating humanity. This shadowy force is often speculated to be the secret society known as the Illuminati. This theory gains some credibility due to circumstantial evidence, particularly regarding the individuals involved. As mentioned earlier, many members of the Simpsons production team possess extensive expertise in various fields. These include political science, economics, and the arts. So why did they choose a career in animation? This seems illogical, as scientific research demands years of dedication and effort. What led these exceptional individuals to abandon their fields of expertise and venture into animation? The Illuminati is known for recruiting elite members of society, and the show's production team fits this criterion perfectly. Could it be that the Simpsons creators were tasked with acting as spokespersons for the Illuminati, subtly signaling the advent of a new world order? If this were true, there might still be hidden predictions within the show waiting to be verified. So what exactly are these hidden details, and how accurate could they be? In this episode, it is evident that robots are replacing human labor in nearly all production activities. Not only that, but they also participate in entertainment, enriching human lives. However, over time, these robots develop self-awareness and realize they are being mistreated. They eventually rise against humanity. If this is a prophecy, it has yet to be fully realized. Modern society has already begun replacing human labor with robots in repetitive and hazardous tasks. The question that remains is whether robots will eventually gain self-awareness and turn against humans. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence in the last decade may lay the groundwork for this prophecy to come true. As for the Simpsons predictions, we still need more time to verify them. Moving on to another critical prediction, still awaiting confirmation. If this prediction comes true, it could revolutionize the way humans consume food forever. In the episode Bart to the Future, which famously predicted Trump's presidency, another intriguing detail caught the audience's attention. Take a look at this image. Here, Homer and Marge are enjoying virtual chocolate using VR headsets and a food delivery tube. Surprisingly, despite being virtual and calorie-free, the taste is perfectly simulated through direct neural stimulation. Scientists are now experimenting with virtual food that uses electronic devices to replicate taste and texture sensations without real food. This technology could enhance VR gaming experiences and revolutionize real-world eating habits. Some projects have already succeeded in tricking the human mind into tasting non-existent food. In 2013, Nimesha Ranasinghe, a researcher at the National University of Singapore, experimented with a digital lollipop that simulated various flavors. He also developed an electrode-enhanced spoon capable of amplifying salty, sour, and bitter tastes in food. However, his electrical stimulation experiments struggled to accurately simulate sweetness. As a result, Ranasinghe and his colleagues began shifting toward thermal stimulation technology. They presented their new project at a scientific conference held in Tokyo, Japan, in May 2016. Ranasinghe used temperature changes to simulate the sensation of sweetness on the tongue. Users placed their tongues on a thermoelectric plate capable of rapidly heating or cooling. The device sends signals to temperature, sensitive nerve cells on the tongue, creating a flavor perception. In the first trial, thermal stimulation technology proved effective for about half of the participants. Many participants reported a spicy sensation when the device was warmed to around 35 C and a minty taste when cooled to 18 C. Ranasinghe suggested that this system could be integrated into cups or glasses to enhance the sweetness of low-sugar beverages. However, food is not just about flavor. The texture of food also plays a crucial role. Therefore, Arunobu Niima and Takefumi Ogawa, two researchers from the University of Tokyo, introduced a device that uses electrical stimulation to mimic different food textures. Niima and Ogawa's electronic texture system also utilizes electrodes, but not on the tongue. Instead, they place the electrodes on the masseter muscle, a jaw muscle used for chewing, to create sensations of hardness and chewiness when users bite down. Although there is no actual food in the mouth, users still feel as if they are chewing food due to haptic feedback from electrical muscle stimulation, making the food seem firmer. The research team applied high-frequency electrical stimulation to the muscles. Meanwhile, lower-frequency electrical pulses were used to mimic the texture of softer foods. Niima stated that the system was most effective at simulating the texture of marshmallows. Both of these research projects are still in the experimental phase, but they hold great promise for individuals with dietary restrictions or health conditions. Clearly, these innovations have great potential for success in the near future. Thus, The Simpsons still has many predictions about the future that are yet to be confirmed. If you have enough faith, this could be an opportunity for you to foresee upcoming scenarios and prepare accordingly. You might even consider preparing for life on another planet. The vision of humans colonizing another planet, specifically Mars, was depicted in this episode. In this episode, Lisa volunteers for a one-way journey to Mars. Her mother, Marge, is deeply unhappy about it. However, both eventually sign up for the mission. This scene seems to foreshadow humanity's ambition to colonize Mars and potentially other planets in the future. In reality, this aligns with upcoming plans for space exploration. Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, envisions a million-person city on Mars by 2050. This goal may seem ambitious, considering no human has set foot on Mars yet. However, with rapid advancements in space technology, humans may reach Mars within the next few decades. China aims to send crewed missions to Mars by 2033, while NASA targets the late 2030s or early 2040s. After humans arrive on the Red Planet, the next step will likely be establishing colonies. However, many challenges must be overcome before settling there. The first issue facing Mars colonization is solar radiation. Since Mars is farther from the Sun than Earth, its surface temperatures are much lower, averaging 55 C. On the other hand, solar wind continuously bombards Mars due to its lack of a protective magnetic field like Earth. Solar radiation is not only hazardous to humans, but also contributes to Mars' low atmospheric pressure. Low atmospheric pressure reduces the boiling point of water. Thus, water on Mars only exists as ice or vapor. Earth's magnetic field helps protect our atmosphere. This magnetic field is generated by Earth's molten iron core. For various reasons, Mars' core is cooler than Earth's. As a result, its magnetic field is weak. Solving this issue is key to making Mars habitable for humans. Elon Musk believes the best current solution is using nuclear bombs. By deploying a series of small nuclear detonations, we could trigger geological activity within Mars, heating it enough to generate a stronger magnetic field. Along with solving problems related to nature, we are realizing our ambition to conquer Mars by placing humans in a simulated environment that NASA is conducting. As humanity aims to carry out major missions to Mars, understanding the physical and psychological impacts of long-duration space travel has become more important than ever. The experiment is conducted to simulate the isolation, confinement, and limited resources that future astronauts might face on their journey to and stay on Mars. By placing 4 volunteers in a Mars simulation environment for a long period, NASA will collect valuable data on human adaptation. Additionally, there will be emerging situations and interactions between humans and machines in the harsh environment. This knowledge is invaluable for developing strategies to mitigate the physical and psychological challenges of long-term space missions. Moreover, the simulation environment will also test advanced technologies and systems that will be used on Mars in the future. The habitat will be equipped with advanced life support systems, communication tools, and resource management techniques. This will create an opportunity to assess their functionality and reliability in real-world conditions. The data collected will provide information on the development of robust and sustainable infrastructure for future human presence on Mars. Living in a simulated Mars environment for a year presents countless challenges for the volunteers involved. The mission requires them to adapt to confined living spaces, limited resources, and restricted communication with the outside world. The extended duration of the mission adds further physical and mental challenges for the volunteers. They will need to manage their physical health, exercise habits, and nutrition in a limited environment. The mission demands resilience, self-discipline, and effective coping strategies to maintain mental balance throughout the year. The success of the simulation will depend on the volunteers' ability to collaborate as a team. Without unity, even if we set foot on Mars for real, everything would go terribly wrong. Volunteers need to demonstrate adaptability, effective teamwork, and maintain work motivation and steady productivity, despite challenging conditions. Any issues identified and lessons learned during the simulation will provide insights for fine-tuning and improving these systems. This will help enhance their reliability and effectiveness for future Mars exploration missions. Returning to the unfinished predictions, after the analyses, do you think they could become reality? Such grand predictions, could they only be explained by coincidence? Until now, perhaps everyone will have their own answer. I have always believed that the Simpson family has something special and mysterious that sets it apart from many other shows. Let's wait and see if this prophetic ball will bring even more incredible things in the future. The Simpsons is still airing and is hugely popular with both adults and children. Regardless of any predictions, you can enjoy it as a regular piece of entertainment. Watch and enjoy the show in whatever way you like. Now we will end this video here. Goodbye and see you in the next videos. Wishing everyone a wonderful day with family.